So good day everyone. So we're going to continue our discussion regarding the discrete probability distribution. And now we're going to discuss the mean variance, standard deviation, and the expected value. Okay, so we're going to discuss mean first, and then on our next part, we're going to discuss the variance and standard deviation, and then the expectation or expected value. Okay, so let's start. So let's begin our discussion by reviewing or relating our topic with a toss coin. Okay, so what we have here is a toss coin. Okay, a coin, two samples. Okay, you're going to have two samples of the toss coin. So this is our first sample, in which we know that the coin will be either heads or tails, and we're in our second sample. The heads can be, or the coin can be heads or tails, and it can also be have a heads or tails, or there will be four outcomes using the tree diagram. Okay, so here are the outcomes underlying the toss coin, or the probability of the toss coin. So we're going to have a heads, other one is heads tails, then we're going to have also the tails heads and tails tails. Okay, what we want to do is to find, we need to find the probability that the probability of the heads. Okay, so we're going to find the probability of the heads. Okay, we have here 1 out of 4. Okay, so the probability of having a heads in the heads is 1 out of 4. The probability of having a heads in heads tails is 1 over 2. The probability of having tails and heads is 1 over 2. And the probability of having heads in the outcome of tails is 1 over 4. Okay, so what you want to have is the mean, or the average. That's what you're going to say, no? The average of these the probability of heads, and we know that the average is just the summation. Okay, so it's not the x bar is equal to the summation of x, no, divided by n. So that's how we are introduced with mean, or the average. But this formula is for an exact, okay? Pang-exact lang po ito. Exact values. But what we have here are the probability variables. Okay? Probability yan eh. Probability variable. So, hindi natin pwede ngayon gamitin itong formula na to. Okay? We're not going to use this formula. Now, how do we get the average, or the mean of the probability of the heads? Okay, so we can get the mean, denoted as mu, by multiplying the number of outcomes, or desired outcomes, okay, times the probability of the outcome. What we want, or what we desire, is the heads. Okay? Heads ang gusto natin makuha. So, therefore, we just need to multiply the number of heads in an outcome by the probability of the heads. Okay? So, we have here 2 multiplied. So, iba tayo ng kulay. Let's have red. Yeah. So, what we have here is 2 multiplied by 1 over 4. Again, total number of the desired outcome multiplied by the probability of heads plus how many numbers of how many heads yung meron tayo sa heads and tails. Heads and tails outcome. So we have 1 multiplied by the probability of the outcome, which is 1 over 2, plus tails heads. We have here the tails heads. Okay, the tails heads. So there will be 1 multiplied by 1 over 2 plus in this outcome of tails wala tayong heads, so therefore 0 times the outcome, the probability, which is 1 over 4. Okay, solving it, we can have our mean. Okay, let's have calculator here. Okay, for a calculator, so that will be 2 times 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, then 0. Okay, so that will be equal to 3 over 2. So this is now the mean or the average of having a probability of heads, or having or getting an outcome of heads. That will be 3 over 2. Okay, so using this example, we can now have the formula for the mean of random variables. So the formula for the mean of random variables, denoted as mu or Greek mu, is equal to x sub 1 multiplied by the probability of x sub 1 plus x sub 2 multiplied by the probability of x sub 2 plus x sub 3 times the probability of x sub 3 until you reach x sub n times the probability of x sub n. Or simplifying this equation, we can have the mu is equal to the summation of x multiply the probability of x. Okay, this will now be the formula for our mean of random variables. Okay, so this is now the formula for our mean of random variables. Okay, so let's now use this one as with an example. So example number 1. So find the mean of the number of spots that appear when a die is tossed. Okay, just insert some space here. Okay, so what we want is to find the average or the mean of the number of spots that appear when a die is tossed. So we have been given here the value of x, which here is the number of spots, and we know that a dice has 6 sides, so therefore it has 6 spots. And we are given here by the probability of x, and we can simply compute the probability of x, because we know that the total outcome is 6, and for each sides we can have the chance of getting 1. Okay, so therefore the probability of getting either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 1 over 6. Okay, that's why we have this value. Okay, so that's the so let's arrange this one in the frequency distribution table first. So this is the x, or the outcomes. Then this will be the probability of the x. Okay, so there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the probability for each outcome will be 1 over 6, 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 and 1 over 6. Again, the formula for our mean, okay, the formula for our mean will be the summation of x times the probability of x. Okay, so we're going to focus on this formula. Okay, simply substituting the x times px, or the x times the probability of x, we can have our mean as 1 multiplied by 1 over 6 summation plus 2 times 1 over 6 plus 3 times 1 over 6 plus 4 times 1 over 6 plus 5 multiplied by 1 over 6, and lastly we have 6 multiplied by 1 over 6. Okay, so using your calculator, we can now find for the value of the mean. Okay, gawin natin kulay. So what will be now the mean value? Okay, getting your calculator. So that will be 1 over 6 plus 2 over 6. Okay, I'm just simply simplifying this one. No? Then in-input ko na lang sa calculator. You have 3 over 6 plus 4 over 6 plus 5 over 6. Then we have 6 over 6, which is 1. Okay, So that will be 7/2. Okay. Or, in decimal places, we can have this as 3.5. Okay. So this is now your final answer for example number 1. Okay, so the mean or the average of the number of spots that will appear if we toss a dice is 7/2 or 3.5. Okay, sir, wala naman pong 3.5 sa dice, so we only have an exact values of 1 to 6. No? 3.5 is just a theoretical value. So if we toss a dice, there's a possibility that we can get either we can have a chance of getting 2, 3, and 4 respectively. Okay? So that's why we have 3.5. Theoretical value lang po yung 3.5. Okay? So that's how we compute for the mean of the number of spots for a dice. So let's now proceed into another example. Another example type. Okay, so we are now given here a problem. It states that find the mean numbers of children who will be girls in a family with 5 children. Okay, again, find the mean numbers of children who will be girls in a family with 5 children. Okay, so first, let's find the distribution of the number of girls. Okay? So either dalawa lang naman yan, no? Boy or girl, or male and female. So let's now find the total number of girls in a family with 5 children. So if we calculate this one, we can use 2 raised to n. Okay, so remember that probability, no? 2 raised to n. So substituting, we can have here 2 raised to 5. Okay, so 2 raised to 5 is, okay, so there are 32 ways that a family with 5 children can have girls. Okay, so there are 32 ways, no? So we can now use this information. Okay, so this is X. This is the number of girls, and this will be the probability of X. Okay, so ilan daw? 5 children. So therefore 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It simply means there can be 0 ways or 0 chances na may girls. 1 meron daw one place dun sa family of 5 na may isang girl. Meron daw 2 girls dun sa family of 5. 3 girls sa family of sa children of 5. 4 girls sa children of 5, or all are girls. Now, how do we get the probability? Okay? How do we get now the probability? Okay? So, this is an example of a combination. Combination lang to, no? So, we can just simply use, okay? Gagamitin natin dito sa portion na to. Okay, wait lang. Dito sa portion na to, ang kaya natin gamitin is just simply 5cx. Okay? 5 children, combination of the random variables, 5cx. Okay? Okay, let's compute 5cx. So first, we can have 5c0 is 1. Okay. Sorry. This will be 5cx all over the total number of ways na magkakaroon ng girl. So that will be 32. Okay. So 5c0 we can have here as 1 over 32. Next, we can have 5c1, 5 over 32. Next is 5c2, 10 over 32. Next will be 5c3, 10 over 32. Next will be 5c4, 5 over 32. And 5c5 is, or any number, or n is equal to r, is in a combination is equal to 1. So therefore 1 over 32. Okay. So now this will be the probability distribution. If you add all this up, okay, it will be equal to 1. Okay. 32 over 32. So we can now get the mean. Okay. What will now be the mean values? Okay. So mean is equal again to the summation of x multiplied by the probability of x. Okay. Therefore, we can have 0 times 1 over 32 plus 1 times 5 over 32 plus 2 times 10 over 32 plus 3 times 10 over 32 plus 4 times 5 over 32 plus 5 times 1 over 32. So for the mean value, we can have here as, so the 0, then 5 over 32 plus 20 over 32 plus 30 over 32 plus 5 times 4 is 20 over 32, and lastly we have 5 over 32. So we have the value as 5/2 in decimal places is 2.5. That will be 5/2 or 2.5. So again, yung 2.5 dyan, ano yan, theoretical value na lang po yan. That will be theoretical value. Okay? Okay. So, okay, next problem. Okay, next problem tayo. Okay. If 3 coins are tossed, find the mean of the number of heads that occur. Again, heads ulit ang hinahanap. Okay? You can do a tree diagram dito. Pero we know that in the toss coin or 3 coins toss, ito yung mga possible outcomes niya, no? We can have heads, heads. Ano pa? Heads, heads, tails. Heads, tails, heads. Heads, tails, tails. Ano pa? Then, kabaligtaran, tails, heads, heads. Tails, heads, and tails. And we have tails, tails, and then heads. And lastly, we have tails, tails, tails. Ilan to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? In a 3 coin toss, lagi nyo tatandaan, meron kayong 8 outcomes. And those outcomes are as follows. Okay? Now, what is now the probability? Okay? Ano ngayon yung probability? Okay? So, for the probability, tandaan nyo, di ba may heads and tails tayo? 1/2 dito. 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. Therefore, we have the probability is 1/8. Okay? Itong probability na to is the probability of the outcome na heads, heads, heads. Heads, heads, tails. Heads, tails, heads. Okay? Actually, lahat yan is 1/8. Okay? Okay. Now, gawin natin yung probability distribution table. So, x and the probability of x. Okay? So, we have 0. Okay, wala daw heads. May isang heads, dalawang heads, and tatlong heads. Okay. So, recap lang tayo na. Na-discuss na natin to. When it comes to the probability distribution, we can get now the probability distribution just simply by counting yung mga values natin dito, yung mga outcomes natin. So first, the probability of 0 is equal to ilan yung walang heads. Okay, the probability of 0 heads is ito. Ito, no? So ito. The probability of 0 heads. Okay, so we only have one outcome, so that will be 1/8. Okay, next, the probability of one head is, natin, Isa lang daw ang head. Ito. Probability of one head. Ito rin. Probability of one head. Ito. Probability of one head. Wala na? Okay. Wala na. So, that will be 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. Okay? The probability of having a one head is 3/8. Next, probability of having two heads. Two heads, ito. Probability of two heads. Probability of two heads. And the probability of two heads. So that will be 3/8 then. Lastly, we have the probability of having three heads. No? So that probability is this one. The probability of having three heads. So that will be 1/8. Okay? So, input lang natin sa ating distribution table. So, 0 natin is 1/8. Yung 1 ay 3/8. Yung 2 ay 3/8. And yung probability of having 3 heads is 1/8. Okay? Then next, we can now compute for the mean value. Okay? The mean value. So, that will be summation of x times the probability of x. So, we have 0 times 1/8 summation, so plus 1 times 3/8 plus 2 times 3/8 plus 3 times 1/8. So using your calculator, so 0, so we have 3/8 plus 6/8 plus 3/8. So that will be 3/2. In decimal place is 1.5. So that will be 3/2 or 1.5. Okay. So, I hope everything is clear. Having 3 samples na tayo, no? So, next example tayo. So, let's proceed in a worded problem na, no? Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. So, example number 4. A lot containing 7 components is sampled by a quality inspector. The lot contains 4 good components and 3 defective components. A sample of 3 is taken by the inspector. So, kumuha daw ng 3 sample ang inspector and yung naging production daw nila ay 4 good components and 3 defective components. Okay? So, find the expected value of the number of good components in this sample. So, when we say expected value, this is also just the mean or the average, no, of the random variables. So, later on, may sample tayo for an expected value. And example number 4 is also an example for an expected value. by our expectations. Okay, so first let's take x as the good components. Okay, kasi yung tinatanong eh. Okay, ito daw yung good components. Okay, so now we can have the probability, no? Or the probability, kasi na kailangan natin the probability distribution. So that will be P of X. So how can we get the P of X? We can express our problem or our problem, our worded problem as an equation. So the probability of X in this sample can be a combination, no? Combination to. So we are not up to sa order. So this is a random. Okay, so we can have combination. Combination of 4 good components times the number of samples multiplied by 3. So multiply by 3 combination of 3 minus the number of sample. The x value or the x random variable. Yung 4 dyan is the good components. Yung 3 ay yung mga defective components. All over, since the probability, the total outcome. So we have 7 components, combination of what? Okay, tatlo yung kinuhang sample nung inspector. So therefore, 7C3. Okay, so let's now create the probability distribution table. That will be x and the probability of x. Okay, yung x natin sabi 3 daw. So so that will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so using your calculator and this formula, plug in lang natin. Okay, plug in. So we can have 4C, x value ko muna. And then we have 3C, 3 minus x. And then 7C3. Okay? Sa 0 muna tayo, probability. So calc 0. That will be 1 over 35. 1 over 35. Next, calc 1. 12 over 35. Next will be calc 2. 18 over 35. Lastly, we have 4 over 35. Okay, so we can now compute for the mean value or the expected value of the number of good components in the 3 samples. So for that one, we can have mu is equal to summation of x times the probability of x. So we can have a 0 multiplied by 1 over 35 plus 1 times 12 over 35 plus 2 times 18 over 35. Then we have last 3 times 4 over 35. Okay, so we can have our mu as, so 0, we have 12 over 35 plus 18 times 2 is 36 over 35. Then we have 12 over 35. Okay, so that will be 12 over 7 in decimal, 1.71428. Okay, so we have 12 over 7 or 1.714. I'll take the 5 decimal places. 2, 9. So this is now your value. Okay. Then last problem, example number 5. Okay. So a salesperson for a medical device company has 2 appointments on a given day. At the first appointment, he believes that he has a 70% chance to make the deal, from which he can earn 50,000 pesos commission if successful. On the other hand, he thinks he only has a 40% chance to make the deal at the second appointment, from which, if successful, he can make 75,000 pesos. So, what is his expected commission based on his own probability belief? Assume that the appointment results are independent of each other. Okay? So, let's first create the probability distribution table. So, this is X. Ito yung commission. Okay? Then, the probability of X. So, what are the values of our commission? So, we believe that there are 4. Okay? So, 2 appointments in a given day. So, meron na tayong 4. Okay? 4 possible commissions. Again, this is the probability of belief as per the salesperson. So, first belief niya, okay? So, first commission will be, of course, no commission. Okay? Second commission will be 50,000 pesos commission. Next commission will be 75,000. Okay. Now, what is the fourth commission? The fourth commission is the sum of the 50,000 and 75,000. The first commission and the second appointment commission. Okay, that will be 125,000 pesos. Okay. Now, let's now compute for the probability distribution. Okay. So, what is the probability of having 0 commission? Okay. The probability of having 0 commission, kung naalala niyo yung Q, is equal to 1 minus probability, 1 minus P. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? Ito yung gagamitin natin. Ang gusto kasi natin makompute yung commission. Since ang probability of 0 is a no commission, so i-minus na lang natin yung probability of commissions. Okay? The probability of 0, so as per the salesperson's belief, so meron daw tayong 70% chance and 40% chance. Okay. So for the probability of 0, commission, that will be 1 minus 0.7 multiplied by 1 minus 0.4. That will be 0.18. Kunin ko na yung decimal. No? Next, the probability of having 50K or 50,000 pesos. Okay? Ang sabi, sa 50,000 pesos commission daw, 70% yung chance. Naniniwala daw siya na 70% yung chance niya na magkakaroon siya na 50,000 commission. So therefore, hindi natin gagamitin yung 1 minus P. Kasi gusto natin makuha yung tamang commission. Okay? So that will be 0.7 only. Multiplied by the, again, is 0.4 na to is the 0.4% chance of having 75,000. Okay? Hindi natin kailangan yung 0.4. Ang kailangan natin yung kabaliktaran niya. So that will be 1 minus 0.4. So that will be 0.7 times 1 minus 0.4. So that will be 0.42. Next, the probability of having 75,000 as your commission. 75,000. So, ang kailangan natin is itong 40% chance at 75,000. So, that will be, yung 70% hindi natin kailangan. Ang kailangan natin yung kabaliktaran niya. So, that will be 1 minus 0.7. Multiply by 0.4 because gusto natin yung outcome na 75,000. And that will be 0.7 times 0.4 will be 0.12. Lastly, the probability of having 125,000. Okay? The probability of having 125,000. So, wala tayong 125,000 dito. Hindi natin alam kung saan yung chance. But we know na nanggaling yung 125,000 if we add 50,000 commission and 75,000 commission. So, therefore, makakakuha ka lang ng 125,000 commission if you believe yung both chances mo of having 50K and 75K. Okay, so therefore, ang isusulat natin dito is 0.7 multiplied by 0.4. Okay, because you believe na makakakuha ka ng 50K and 75K. So, and that will be times 0.4. That will be 0.28. Rewrite ko lang sa probability table. 0.18, 0.42, 0.12, and 0.28. We can now compute for the mean value. Okay? Compute natin ngayon yung mean value. So, to compute for the mean value, again, summation of x multiplied by p of x. So, we have mu, or the mean, is equal to 0 times 0.18 plus 50,000 times 0.42 plus 75,000 times 0.12 plus 125,000 times 0.28. Okay? So 0. Next is 50,000 times 0.42 plus 75,000 times 0.12 plus 125,000 times 0.20. So, the mean value is equal to 65,000 pesos. Okay. So much for mean values. So later on, we're going to proceed with the variance, standard deviation, and the expected values. Okay, so we've discussed mean values. Again, the formula for our mean, noted as mu, is equal to the summation of x random variables multiplied by the probability of the random variables. Okay? So, kailangan pa rin natin ito when we go to variance and standard deviation. As you can see, meron pa rin tayo dito mu. Okay? So, dyan magi-start lagi yung ating solution by getting the mean. Okay? Okay. So, now, how do we get the variance and the standard deviation of the random probability distribution? Okay, variance is the variance and standard deviation is denoted by the symbol sigma. Okay, for variance, that will be sigma squared is equal to the summation of x squared times the probability of x all minus the mean squared. Okay? Again, sigma squared for variance is equal to the summation of x squared times probability of x all minus the mean squared. Wherein, the standard deviation is just simply the square root of the variance. Okay? So, kaya denoted lang siya as sigma. Sigma is equal to the square root of the variance. Okay? Maka-cancel yung squared, yung square root, matitira ay yung sigma. Okay? So, let's now proceed with an equation. The formula. Okay, what's the meaning of formula? Okay. So example number 1. So a box contains 5 balls. 2 are numbered 3, 1 is numbered 4, and 2 are numbered 5. The balls are mixed and 1 is selected at random. So kukuha ka daw sa 5 balls. Yung 5 balls daw, dalawa daw doon ay may number na 3, isa doon ay may number na 4, at dalawa doon ay may number na 5. Kuha ka daw doon at random. After a ball is selected, its number is recorded. Nung pagkabunot mo, nirecord mo yung number, and then, binalik mo yung bola. Okay? Again, may 5 bola sa loob ng isang box. Dalawa ay number 3, isang number 4, at dalawang number 5. Bumunot ka daw ng isa at random. Nirecord mo at ibinalik mo ulit yung bola bago ka bumunot ng panibago pa. Okay? Now, the question. Find the variance and the standard deviation of the number on the balls. Okay? Bumunot ka, nirecord mo, ibinalik mo, tas bumunot ka ulit. Okay? So, drawing muna natin yung probability distribution table. So, we have here the x and the probability of x. So, we have here x. So, that will be 3, 4, and 5. So, 3, 4, 5. So, ito yung yung numbers na nakasulat doon sa mga bola. 3, 4, and 5. Now, we need to get first the probability of x. No? Probability of the random variable. So, ilan yung 3? Ilan yung total balls sa loob ng isang box? So, we have 5. So, 5 ang total natin. 5 ang denominator natin sa lahat. Bakit 5 ang denominator sa lahat? Kasi nga, kumuha ka, nirecord mo, ibinalik mo, tapos kumuha ka ulit. Okay? Repeated variable siya. So, ilan yung number 3? We have 2 over 5. Yung 4, meron na tayong isa. So, therefore, 1 over 5. Then, we have 2 over 5. Okay. So, again, the formula for the variance is sigma squared is equal to the summation of x squared times the probability of x minus the mean squared. Okay? Yan yung working formula natin. Okay? So first, we need to get the mean value. Ano yung magiging mean value natin dyan? So that will be 3 times 2 over 5 plus 4 times 1 over 5 plus 5 times 2 over 5. Okay? So, the mean value is equal to, using your calculator, that will be 6 over 5 plus 4 over 5 plus 10 over 5. So, the answer is 4. Ang mean value daw natin ay 4. 3, 4, 5. Of course, gitna ay 4. Next, once na nakuha na natin ngayon yung mean, we can now proceed sa ating variance. Sigma squared is equal to the summation of x squared times px. Ito lang din yun, yung random variable, lalagyan lang natin ng squared. No? So that will be 3 squared times 2 over 5 plus 4 squared times 1 over 5 plus 5 squared times 2 over 5. Okay? Sabi dito, minus the mean squared. Minus 4 squared. Okay? The answer will be, so that will be 18 over 5 plus 16 over 5 plus 50 over 5 minus 4 squared. The answer will be 4 over 5 or 0.3. Okay. Hindi natin green. It will be 4 over 5 or 0.3. So this is now your variance. Okay? Ito ngayon yung variance natin. So this is now your variance. Next, for the standard deviation, simply we need to get the square root, okay, of the variance. Okay, so that will be the square root of 0.8. Okay, and that will be approximately equal to the square root of 0.8 is 0.89443. Okay. Okay, so we have now computed for the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation of this problem. Okay? Yung graph nito, we'll be discussing it now in other topics, but this is how we compute for the mean, standard deviation, and variance of the random variables. Okay? So next example, we have here example number 2. A talk radio has a 4 telephone lines. If the host is unable to talk or is talking to a person, the other callers are placed on hold. When all lines are in use, others who are trying to call in get a busy signal. The probability that 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 people will get through is shown in the probability distribution. Find the variance and the standard deviation for the distribution. Okay? Given na sa atin yung x and the p of x. Okay? I just rewrite it now. So we have here the number of callers, then we have the probability of the callers. So that will be 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have our probability as 0.18, 0.34, 0.23, 0.21, and 0.04. Ayan. So again, first take natin, what is the formula for the variance? variance is equal, or the sigma squared is equal to the summation of x squared times p, or the probability of x, minus the mean squared. Okay? Yan yung formula natin. So, let's start first with the mean. Mean is equal to 0 times 0.18 plus 1 times 0.34 plus 2 times 0.23 plus 3 times 0.21. Then lastly, we have 4 times 0.04. So for the mean, we can have this as 0.34 plus 2 times 0.23 plus 3 times 0.21 plus 4 times 0.04. That will be 1.59. So, meron na tayong mean. Let's go for the standard, the variance. Okay. Kunin mo natin yung variance. So, for the variance, again, x squared times px minus mu squared. Okay. So, that will be 0 squared times 0.18 plus 1 squared times 0.34 plus 2 squared times 0.23 plus 3 squared times 0.21 plus 4 squared times 0.04. Calculating for the variance, we can have it as, okay, ilan lang ako dito, no? Squared, 0.23, then squared, squared. Answer will be, meron pa pala kulang, no? So, kulang natin. So, that will be minus the mean squared, which is 1.59 squared. So, the answer, that will be 1.2619. Okay. So, this is now the answer for your variance. Okay. Next, let's now compute for the standard deviation. Again, that will be the square root of the variance. So, therefore, we can have it as the square root of 1.2619. That will be approximately equal to, the square root of the answer is 1.2334. It will be 1.12334. Okay, so that's how we compute for the variance and standard deviations. Okay, Okay, so next topic will be the expectations. Again, sabi ko kanina, expectations and mean are almost the same formula. As you can see, dito sa ating formula for the mean of random variables, no, or for formula for the expected variables. Okay? The formula will be still itong mean. Mean is equal to the expected values of the random variables will be denoted as capital E. Okay? And that will be equal to the summation of x times p of x. Ganun din, no? So this is another concept which relates the mean for a probability distribution is that the expected value or the expectation is used, no, to find the chances, okay, the nearness or the chances na makakakuha tayo ng mga values in between ng mga given ng ating given data. And this mean or expected value formula is used in various types of games of chances like blackjack, other casino games, also in insurance, okay, kailan magbebenta, kailan hindi magbebenta, and in other areas such as decision theory. So decision theory is more on higher mathematics, no? So yan, we are using the expected value. So we have here 3 examples. So let's begin with our example. Okay. So 1,000 tickets are sold at 50 pesos each for a color television valued 17,500 pesos. Okay, may paraffle daw. Okay? 1,000 tickets na ang ibebenta. Per ticket, mabibili mo daw yung ticket ng 50 pesos. Okay? At yung mapapanalunan nyo is a color television na may halagang 17,500 pesos. Now, the question, what is the expected value of the gain if you purchase one ticket? Sa ticket lang daw. Ano ang expected value of the gain? Take note ha, gain, hindi loss. Okay? Ibang formula, iba ang computation natin for gains, iba ang computation natin for losses. Okay? Probability distribution table. Tayo mag-i-start. So we have here the x and the p of x. Bukod dyan, may isa pa tayong column. And that column is either you win or you lose. No? Okay? So, kapag nanalo ka daw, magkano ang premyo? Ang premyo is 17,500 pesos. Okay? Tama ba yon? Okay, of course hindi. Hindi buong 17,500 pesos na value ng TV ang magigain natin. Tandaan mo, bumili ka ng ticket worth 50 pesos. Okay? Ang nagain mo ay 17,450 pesos. Now, pag naman natalo ka, what is your loss? Okay? Your loss, bumili ka ng 50 pesos na ticket, ang loss mo ay 50 pesos. Negative 50. Again, bakit 17,450 pesos? Ang value ng TV ay 17,500. Okay? Ang tinatanong sa atin dito ay gain. Okay? Hindi yung value ng reward o ng raffle award. Okay? Gains. Magkano daw yung na-gain mo? Ang value ay 70,500. Pero bumili ka ng 50 pesos na ticket. So that is why 17,450 yung gains mo kapag nanalo ka. Whereas kapag natalo ka naman, ang loss mo ay 50 pesos. So that will be negative 50. Okay? Now, for the probability, okay? Meron daw tayong 1,000 tickets sold. Okay? So, 1,000 tickets na sold, tandaan mo na isa lang ang raffled colored television. So, therefore, isa lang ang mananalo. Okay? Out of 1,000 tickets sold, only one will win the brand new colored television. And the rest, no? The rest will be lost. Okay? Loser sila. That will be 999 tickets sold will be losers. Okay? 1 lang ang mananalo, 999 ang matatalo. Okay? Now, we can now compute for the expected value. So, the expected value denoted as E of either win or loss. Okay? Ang tanong sa atin is the expected values of the gains. That will be 17,450 times 1 over 1,000, okay, plus negative 50 times 999 over 1,000. Okay, the expected value of the probability gains is, that will be 17,450 multiplied by 1 over 1,000 plus negative 50 times 999 over 1,000. Okay, and that would be negative okay that would be negative 32 pesos and 50 centavos. Okay. So this is now your expected gains, no? Expected value of the gain, negative 32.5. Sabihin, out of those 1,000 tickets, there's a higher chance of losses na ang value ay 32.5 pesos. Losses po yan. Hindi yan yung magiging. Okay? Kaya tingnan nyo naman, no? Isa lang mananalo. Okay? 999 ang matatalo. So, mag-govern yung 999 na matatalo. So, therefore, ang expected value of losses is 32 pesos and 50 centavos. Okay? Next, example number 2. So, for the example number 2, no? So, 6 balls 6 balls numbered 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13 are placed in a box. A ball is selected at random. Kumuha ka muna ng isang bola. It is, and its number is recorded. Sinulat mo, and then, binalik mo ulit. Ginawa mo siya ng ginawa, paulit-ulit. Okay? So, find the expected value of the numbers that will occur. So, let's first draw the probability distribution table. So, X is the 6 balls numbered, no? Then we have the probability of X. Ang numbers natin, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and then 13. Okay? So, same concept na ito nung kanina, no? Bumunot ka ng bola, ni-record mo, binalik mo. So, lahat sila, same, no? 1 over 6, 1 over 6, 1 over 6, and then 1 over 6. So, now we can now get for the expected value. That would be E of X, or the expected value as per the X random variables. That will be 1 times 1 over 6 plus 2 times 1 over 6 plus 3 times 1 over 6 plus 5 times 1 over 6 plus 8 times 1 over 6, and lastly is 13 times 1 over 6. Right? And the expected value will be 1 over 6 plus 2 over 6 plus 3 over 6 plus 5 over 6, 8 over 6, and 13 over 6. That will be 16 over 3, or 5.3. I'll take the 5 decimals, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. And last problem, we have problem number 3, example number 3. So a financial advisor suggests that his clients select one of two types of bonds in which to invest 250,000 pesos. Bond X pays a return of 4% and has a default rate of 2%. Bond Y has a 2.5% return and a default rate of 1%. Find the expected rate of return and decide which bond will be better investment. When the bond defaults, the investor loses all the investment. Okay. Pag sinabi daw natin na default rate, okay, kapag daw yung rate of return natin na 4% sa bond X ay bumaba ng 2%, ibig sabihin, yung investor loses all the investments. Same goes sa bond Y. Kapag daw si bond Y na return ay 2.5% ngayon at bumaba ng 1%, mawawala na yung buong investment. Okay, how do we compute or analyze which bond ang pipiliin mo investor? Okay, so let's compute first for the return. Okay, the return on bond X. Ito muna compute natin. So for the return of bond X, that will be the total value of the investment bond multiplied by, ang return daw natin is 4%, so that will be 0.04. Okay, so for the return on bond X of 250,000 times 0.04, so that will be 10,000 pesos. Okay, so how can we get for the expected value of the bond X? Okay, we can compute now for the expected value of our bond X. Okay, so let's take first the return on bond X. Ano ba return natin? The return is 10,000 pesos. Okay, sa 10,000 pesos doon na yan, ayaw natin na ang return ay bumaba ng default rate. So that will be 1 minus 0.02 or 1 minus 0.02 or 0.98. Okay, then we need to subtract this one by the total value of the investment, okay, times the default rate. Okay, so if we compute for this one, we can now get the expected value of our bond investment. That will be 10,000 times 1 minus 0.02 or 0.98 minus 250,000 times 0.02, which is the default rate. And that will be 4,800 pesos. So this is now the returns, okay, for bond X. So next, let's compute for the return on bond Y. So we have the total investment na 250,000 multiplied by the rate of return, which is 0.025. So ito yun. And that will be 6,250 pesos. Then we calculate for the expected value of returns for bond Y. Okay? So kunin na natin yung rate of return, yung price return, which is 6,250. Yung 2.5% ayaw natin bumaba ng 1%, no? Kasi ayaw nating mawala investment natin. So that will be 1 minus 0.01 minus 250,000 times 0.01 or the default rate. Okay, so that will be 6,250 times 0.99 minus 250,000 times 0.01. And we have the value as 3,687.50 centavos. Okay, so we can now conclude that bond X would be a better investment. Eh, paano natin nasabi ngayon na yung bond X ay better investment compared kay bond Y? So, let's just look doon sa ating return price. Okay. Okay. And that's it for mean, variance, and standard deviation. Okay. So, have a nice day and answer the upcoming assessment exam and have a review for your quiz next January. Thank you and God bless us all.